Lasswell Model of 1948 says, "Who says what? To whom? Through what channel? With what effect?" Let me go again. It talks about the who, says what, to whom, through what channel, and then with what effect. The second communication model is the one that comes from Wilbur Scram. Wilbur Scram. This particular scholar made mention of a few elements that comes to place. First, he mentioned the source. Second, he mentioned the encoder, then the signal, then the decoder, and then the destination. Emert Donagy is the sole scholar we'll be talking about in our discourse on intrapersonal communication process. This particular scholar made mention of 6 elements in his definition, in his contribution. He mentioned number 1, communicators; number 2, inter or intra-facing; 3, relationship; 4, he mentioned feedback; 5, he mentioned environment; and then lastly, 6, he mentioned interference. So we're going to look at all of this one after the other. Okay, so we're looking at the communicators in Emert Donagy's model. Communicators, this is the first element. And okay, let's see. Communicator, this is can be likened to the source. There are several things involved. He is a personality that has a lot of input system. That is the eyes, the nose, the smell, the skin, all of his the systems with which he uses to receive stimuli, or stimulus, or whatever it's just called. This is what a communicator is. So many things happen around him, his environment, that influences his communication behavior. So all of those things must be taken into account when looking at a communicator. And we also have the inter and intra-facing. As communicators, as people communicate, and when we say intercommunication, that means these two individuals involved in the communication, they don't have things in common. They don't have anything in common. The only thing that connects them is the communication, the message that a party has to pass across to the other party. So they don't really have anything in common. That is when we talk about, that is when we say inter. But when we come to intra-facing, when we say intra-facing, that means there are some qualities, there are some factors that connects these two people together and makes them to be unable to detach themselves. Don't have a choice than to run along together to get things done. They depend on each other. But in a situation where they don't depend on each other, there is nothing linking them together. That is interfacing. That is interfacing. We can liken intrafacing to a situation whereby a single individual is talking to himself. So we can say human being is dyadic in nature. So we are comprised of different components: the body, the soul, the mind, and all of that. And whenever a part of the body does something, it is connected to the entire body. It is something that affects the whole system. So that is what we can liken to intrafacing. It's a situation whereby two individuals are connected. The next thing the guy mentioned in his model is relationship. This is where you actually get a better understanding and in-depth knowledge of what we mentioned last time, that is inter and intra-facing. So, relationship. Take a look at this scenario. A child and his father or a mother. That is one. And the second scenario, look at a lover and his partner in crime or his partner in love, and another lover. Take that straight to scenario. The relationship that exists between these two individuals. Look at it. The father and a kid and a child will have a level of relationship, inter-relationship between them, and the lover and another lover would have likely more bond, an higher level of interrelationship between them. It's just like saying when you meet someone for the first time, what happens at that stage is things tend to be a little bit official. When as time goes on, your relationship between you guys, becomes deeper as you talk, as you relate, day by day, and the official setting tends to collapse, and you have a kind of unofficial relationship as time goes on. So we can now bring back the idea of inter and intra-facing in this, which is to say, when we say intra-facing, when we say interfacing rather, at that point when you are meeting a friend or someone for the first time and you are relating, the relationship that exists between you guys is likened to what is called inter-relationship. Why? Because there's nothing much that connects you guys together. You are meeting yourself for the first time. It's more of official. So just good morning, the kind of relationship. Nothing. You even use friends, for instance, when they first meet themselves, they may be using language like sir or ma, stuff like that, to kind of respect each other. But as time goes on, we have a shade of intra-facing. So in this case, there are factors now involved that has connected you guys. That is, you are sharing some kind of common bond. So it is now intrapersonal. You can now slap yourself in the face. You can slap yourself. You can do all sort of things with each other. And you're friends. So that's the idea with relationship. At the beginning, it's more official, but as it moves on, there is a level of closeness and increase in how you relate with each other.